Life is busy. Between work, family, and other responsibilities, starting a side hustle can feel overwhelming. But what if I told you there's one business that fits perfectly into your busy lifestyle? Poultry farming is not only manageable, but also incredibly rewarding. In this video, I'll explain why it's the best side hustle for busy people and why it works better than many other side businesses out there. Let's get started. Most of us already have a lot on our schedules, whether it's a full-time job, family commitments, or just the general chaos of life. Adding something new can feel overwhelming. That's why poultry farming really stands out. It's a game changer for anyone looking to build a sustainable side business without sacrificing all their free time. Unlike other ventures like running a retail store or managing a restaurant, poultry farming doesn't demand constant attention. Think about it. If you were to open a retail shop, you'd need to spend hours every day handling customers, managing inventory, and dealing with suppliers. A restaurant would be even more intense, with long hours, high stress, and the constant need to coordinate with staff. Freelancing might sound flexible, but it often requires you to chase deadlines, market yourself, and navigate unpredictable clients. Poultry farming, on the other hand, is completely different. Daily tasks like feeding your chickens, providing them with water, and cleaning their living space can easily be done in 30 minutes to an hour. Even better, tools like automatic feeders and drinkers can cut this time down even further. These tools ensure your birds are fed and watered without requiring you to be there all the time. With them, you could spend as little as 15 to 20 minutes a day on your farm. Now, compare that to managing an online store where you'd be dealing with inventory, customer inquiries, marketing, and fulfilling orders for hours each day. Poultry farming is simply less demanding. This makes it the perfect side business for people with busy lives. Whether you're working full-time, a student, or a stay-at-home parent, it's easy to fit poultry farming into your schedule. It doesn't require your attention 24/7, and chickens have predictable needs, which brings a sense of stability. That's a huge relief compared to other side hustles, which can be more volatile or time-consuming. Another thing that makes poultry farming so appealing is how beginner-friendly it is. You don't need to be an expert to get started. Think about other side hustles. If you wanted to start a tech business, for example, you'd probably need to spend months or even years learning to code, build apps, or master other complex skills. Investing in the stock market, that comes with its own steep learning curve, requiring you to study financial trends, learn strategies, and accept the risk of losing money before you figure it out. Poultry farming isn't like that. With just a basic understanding of chicken care and health, you can hit the ground running. You don't need advanced skills or expensive training. If you're unsure where to begin, there are plenty of resources online. Step-by-step guides, video tutorials, and community forums that teach everything from building a chicken coop to creating a feeding schedule, managing chicken health, and even marketing your products. The learning curve is gentle, and you can learn as you go. What's even better is that chickens are resilient animals. As long as you provide them with the essentials, good shelter, clean water, nutritious feed, and a little attention to their health, they'll thrive. You don't need fancy equipment or complicated techniques to succeed. It's a business that's accessible to anyone, no matter your background or experience. When you step back and think about it, poultry farming offers so much potential with so few barriers. It's flexible, beginner-friendly, and scalable. You can start small with just a few chickens and gradually grow as you gain confidence and experience. Whether you're looking for a little extra income or dreaming of building a thriving business, poultry farming makes it possible without taking over your life. If you've been thinking about starting a side hustle but feel overwhelmed by the idea of time or expertise, poultry farming might just be the perfect solution. It's rewarding, and best of all, it gives you the freedom to focus on what matters most in your life while still building something sustainable. Another reason poultry farming stands out is the steady cash flow it provides. If you're raising layers, you can collect eggs every day or every week and sell them immediately. For broilers, you have a predictable cycle of income every 6 to 8 weeks. Compare this to other side hustles like drop shipping or selling handmade products, where income can be irregular and unpredictable. With poultry farming, you can count on a consistent revenue stream, and it's low maintenance. Chickens are incredibly resilient animals. As long as you keep their coop clean, provide proper feeding, and vaccinate them on schedule, they thrive with very little intervention. Contrast this with other ventures like a home-based bakery, which requires constant production, inventory management, and quality control. Chickens literally do the work for you. Poultry farming is also space efficient. You don't need a large farm to get started. A small backyard or even a rooftop is enough for a modest flock. Compare this to vegetable farming or fish farming, both of which typically require more land, water resources, and infrastructure. For urban dwellers or people with limited space, poultry is the clear winner. And here's where it gets interesting. Poultry farming offers diverse income streams. Eggs are just the beginning. You can also sell chicken meat, day-old chicks, and even chicken manure as organic fertilizer. If you've ever tried something like selling handmade crafts or clothing, you know that your income depends on a single product line. Poultry farming, on the other hand, lets you tap into multiple markets at once. When it comes to starting a side hustle or small business, one of the biggest advantages of poultry farming is the short growth cycle. This is something that sets it apart from so many other ventures. With broiler chickens, you're looking at just 6 to 8 weeks from the day you bring them in as chicks to the day they're ready for market. Think about that. Less than 2 months to start seeing results and earning back your investment. It's fast, it's efficient, and it's perfect for someone who wants to see quick returns. Now compare that to other types of farming, like goat or cattle farming. With goats, you might need to wait several months for them to grow to market size. With cattle, the timeline stretches even further. It could take years before you're able to make a profit. These long timelines require patience, ongoing expenses for feed and care, and a significant upfront commitment. But poultry farming is different. It's a faster process that allows you to complete a full cycle, sell your birds, reinvest, and start again in no time. For busy people or anyone looking to see results sooner rather than later, it's an ideal option. And here's another thing that makes poultry farming so appealing. It requires a relatively low initial investment. To get started, all you need is a small flock of chickens, some basic equipment like feeders and drinkers, and a simple coop. That's really it. You don't need to break the bank or take out a loan to get started. It's a business that's accessible even if you're working with a modest budget. Think about how that compares to other types of businesses. Let's say you wanted to open a coffee shop. You'd need to invest in a commercial space, professional grade equipment, furniture, and all the necessary permits, not to mention a significant amount of upfront capital to bring it all together. Starting a franchise comes with an even bigger price tag, plus ongoing fees and strict operational requirements. Those types of ventures can be incredibly risky, with long payback periods and a lot of pressure to succeed. But with poultry farming, you have the flexibility to start small and grow over time. You can begin with as few as 10 or 20 birds, keeping your costs low and your risk manageable. As you gain experience and confidence, you can reinvest your profits to expand your flock, improve your equipment, or upgrade your facilities. This gradual approach makes poultry farming incredibly accessible, especially for beginners or those looking to dip their toes into entrepreneurship without a huge financial commitment. And the beauty of poultry farming doesn't stop there. One of its most valuable qualities is how scalable it is. Unlike many side hustles or small businesses that demand more and more of your time as they grow, poultry farming allows you to expand at your own pace and in a way that fits your lifestyle. For example, you might start with 20 chickens and find that it's manageable within your current schedule. Over time, as you streamline your routine and become more efficient, you can decide to increase your flock to 50, 100, or even more birds. What's great is that this growth doesn't always mean a proportional increase in workload. With tools like automatic feeders and drinkers, managing a larger flock becomes surprisingly manageable. You can scale up your business without feeling overwhelmed. And as your income increases, you can reinvest in your operation to make it even easier to manage. Whether that's upgrading your coop, investing in better equipment, or even hiring help, you have the flexibility to shape your business around your needs. This flexibility is what makes poultry farming so unique. It's a business that adapts to your life, not the other way around. If you have more free time in one season, you can expand your flock. If things get busier, you can scale back without major consequences. It's a level of control that's hard to find in other ventures. Compare that to something like blogging or content creation. While those can also be rewarding side hustles, scaling up in those fields often requires an exponential increase in time and effort. You need to produce more content, engage with your audience, and stay constantly visible to stay competitive. It can be exhausting. Poultry farming, on the other hand, is much more straightforward. Once you've got your systems in place, growth is a natural and manageable process. It's a business that lets you increase your income without feeling like you're stretching yourself too thin. When you step back and look at the big picture, it's clear why poultry farming is such a fantastic option. It offers fast returns, low startup costs, and the ability to scale at your own pace. It's practical, rewarding, and accessible to almost anyone, whether you're a beginner or someone looking to expand into a larger operation. And the best part? You can build it around your life, not the other way around. Poultry farming also benefits from high demand. Eggs and chicken are staples in nearly every household. Compare this to niche businesses like selling specialty products or luxury items where you must constantly find the right audience. With poultry farming, your market is always there. Additionally, let's talk about the flexible schedule. Poultry farming allows you to work around your day. Feed your chickens in the morning before heading to work and check on them in the evening. evening. Compare this to a business like ride-sharing or freelancing, where you're often bound by client deadlines or peak service hours. Poultry farming lets you take control of your time. We've discussed why poultry farming is the perfect side hustle for busy individuals like you. Now, let's take it one step further. If you're serious about turning your poultry farming dream into a profitable reality, here are some crucial points to note. Before we start, hit that thumb up icon and stay hooked. First off, start small. If you're working full-time or have other commitments, managing a small flock of 10 to 20 birds is ideal. It's less stressful and lets you gain hands-on experience without overcommitting. Once you get the hang of it, you can always grow your flock. Think of it as laying the foundation for long-term success. Starting small goes hand in hand with learning the basics. You need to understand how to feed your birds, maintain their housing, and prevent diseases. This knowledge is your safety net. You don't have to become an expert overnight, but doing a little research up front can save you a lot of trouble later. Now, once you have the basics down, the next step is choosing the right breed. Not all chickens are created equal. Layers are great for consistent egg production, broilers grow quickly for meat, and dual-purpose breeds give you a balance of both. The breed you choose should match your goals and the demand in your area. Take your time with this decision because it impacts everything from your costs to your profits. Speaking of decisions, let's talk about planning your initial costs. You don't need a massive budget to start poultry farming, but you do need to cover the essentials: chicks, feed, a basic coop, and vaccinations. Starting small also means keeping your costs manageable, which is especially important when you're just learning the process. Once you've set up, establishing a routine is crucial. Even if you're busy, you'll need 30 to 60 minutes daily to feed your birds, clean the coop, and check for any signs of illness. A consistent routine keeps your birds healthy and ensures they perform at their best. It also makes the work feel less like a chore and more like a habit. Now, as your flock starts producing and you begin to see profits, it's important to reinvest those earnings. Don't rush to cash out just yet. Instead, use your profits to buy more chicks, improve your facilities, or invest in tools like automatic feeders. Reinvesting wisely is how you'll grow your business step by step. And speaking of growth, remember to scale gradually. It's tempting to expand quickly when things start going well, but doing so without the proper knowledge or resources can lead to problems. Grow your flock in manageable phases so you're never overwhelmed. Equally important is tracking your costs and income. Even if you're running this as a side hustle, keeping records of what you spend on feed, equipment, and vaccinations versus what you earn from egg or chicken sales helps you identify what's working and where you can improve. It's a small step that makes a big difference. And last but certainly not least, never stop learning. Whether it's attending local workshops, joining online communities, or watching videos like this one, staying informed helps you adapt and grow. The world of poultry farming is always evolving, and keeping up will give you a competitive edge. So there you have a clear path to starting your poultry farming journey, even with a busy schedule. These steps, when followed, will set you up for long-term success. But here's the thing, there's still more to learn. If you're ready to take the next steps toward turning your poultry farming dream into a reality, be sure to subscribe to this channel for more tips and tricks. Also, don't forget to check out the other videos I've already made, where I cover even more details about poultry farming. Together, we'll make your poultry farming goals achievable. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.